Hey there, this is Sean from Malartu, and today we're going to talk member acquisition cost. So we've been doing a lot of work with gyms and fitness and wellness studios like Club Pilates. You see the demo name up here. And we've been helping them with KPIs around unit economics, or specifically member economics. So how much money do we make per member that we bring in through the door? And one of the most important KPIs in this would be member acquisition cost. And so that's just generally how much money do we spend in paid member acquisition to bring in a new member to our gym. This is obviously important for growth, but also important to just understand on a fundamental level your profitability per member. So first, I'm going to calculate that, and we're going to go through kind of the elements of that, and then we're going to compare that with the lifetime value of each member, which we calculated in a previous video. And we're going to do all of that with no code and the time it would take me to brew a new cup of coffee. All right, so let's jump in here. First thing, we're going to check out what our acquisition costs are and then the new members that we brought in the door. These are going to come from two data sources. Cost side is going to come from QuickBooks, and then the new members side is going to come from ClubReady, which is a tool that we use to manage this imaginary gym. So first thing, acquisition cost. Going to go search for that demo data that I brought in, and this is going to be actually advertising and promotions. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So it looks like we had spent about $1,200 last month. So next, looking at the new members, this is, we're going to actually track this as the converted leads. So these leads that came in that our managers marked as converted. So we got 14, not bad at all. So for the actual acquisition cost, we're just going to divide the acquisition cost by the new members to see what that was on a new member basis. So I'm going to make a new metric here. This will be member acquisition costs demo. And I'm going to bring that same data in I just used. So first, advertising and promotions. We're going to divide this by those converted leads. See if I can spell. Converted leads demo. Okay, cool. So we got it in there. Good to go. Save. And we'll plot this on this block here. All right, so there we have it. This is pretty cool. So it looks like it cost us about $124. We're going to make those dollars over the course of the year. We had a little bit of a spike in May. Maybe we ran a special promotion, but nothing crazy. It looks like we hover around that $100 mark really for most of the year. So that's great. So that tells us that it costs us around $100 per new member. So now we know if we spend $500, we could expect to get 5 new members. So the last thing I wanted to do real quick is to compare this to the lifetime value, what we calculated in a previous video. And what this is going to tell me is kind of the multiple that I should expect from each new member I bring in. The goal in most healthy subscription type businesses like this is a 3-to-1 ratio. If it's much higher than 3-to-1, that's a great sign, but also means we could probably afford to spend more and bring more members in the door and remain really profitable. So we could grow at a higher rate while keeping our profitability. So I'm going to calculate this ratio real quick. This is going to be another custom metric. We'll call this the LTV to CAC ratio. And CAC stands for customer acquisition costs, member acquisition costs. It's all the same in this case. So we're just going to look up our member lifetime value demo. And I'm going to divide this by that acquisition cost. Real simple. All right. Add that ratio in. Okay, this looks good. So it looks like we got a little bit of an outlier here in January, so I'm actually going to get rid of that. I don't think we had data for the year before. So let's look at just October. We're going to go back to February. Clean this up a little bit. Very cool. So it looks like our ratio is pretty stellar. I mean, we're way up here in the 26, 37, 47. So what this is telling me is that we're highly profitable in our acquisition channels, but we could actually afford to spend a little bit more, maybe grow a little bit faster. The hugely powerful stuff. We just calculated this in obviously a couple minutes from 2 data sources with no code at all using Malartu. So let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you again soon.